Minecraft is without a doubt the game I've sunk the most hours into compared to anything else in my backlog, and in my previous 2 videos, I felt like I said what I needed to, at the time. And those Minecraft videos were actually just about one single update and what I would change about it, which is different from this video. In this video, I want to update you on the whole chat reporting fiasco since 1.19, and I want to talk about how I think Minecraft has gotten less fun over the years. And I want to talk even more about the game's increasing problem of how to identify itself. In that first video, I focused on how I grew up with Minecraft and how chat reporting steps all over people who've played and supported the game for all these years. But in my opinion, the writing in that video kind of fell off about towards the halfway mark. To sum up what I and the community think of chat reporting is this. The multiplayer is supposed to function as a sort of a decentralized set of servers with their own rules that people want to enforce. If someone can swear on one and not on the other, it shouldn't be up to Mojang to ban them for that. Mojang shouldn't have control over that, and removing the ability of someone to play single player is straight up fucking ridiculous. And the implications of such a dangerous feature being added to the game were nothing short of frightening, with how vague the guidelines were, but also how yet seemingly open to interpretation, makes you unsure of how to accurately tiptoe within the rules. Once again, another example of how games in the modern era punish people who just want to play. We've seen in the past, with a previous global ban server plugin where it was easily exploited by Team Avolition, where they banned the guy who gave himself backdoor access through the plugin on their own server, and witnessed how exploitable that was.
Any key to start. Let's go. Ban Farron22, I am dumps a lot. Farron22 was asshole and spamming. Post data, whoa. Response okay.
Yep, response okay. Let's see. Alright, so he's got 3 bans.
It's done.
No, he doesn't. You haven't banned him yet. Oh, yeah, now you have.
Oh, he's on the global ban
list.
list.
He's on the list.
He's banned from every server. Alright.
I'll be Team Abolition.
Alright.
I'll be AVO, I guess. Ban, Duridian, Abolition, or no, AVO rather.
Response okay, motherfucker.
And we're concerned about the exploits going forward. But Ant Venom and Isistral already made videos about these very exploits, and I don't play the game enough to be literate in how they work. Unfortunately, Mojang and Microsoft have decided to go down the warpath, the path of terrible, forced implementations into half-baked versions of their games, mostly looking at Bedrock there, the path of Minecraft chat reporting investigators, whoever the hell that is, and the constant community backlash that they deserve. I mean, has it ever occurred to these people why the videos of Minecraft Legends get disliked and why the posts on Instagram for Minecraft Legends get thousands of comments complaining? It's because if it's so easy to make these new additions in a different game, that people want it in the original game. The game that, you know, is good and people play. Whether or not Notch realized that using Java as the main proponent of the game would inevitably lead to the downfall of the game because of its relatively antiquated methods, who's to say? But the fact is that the chat reporting feature still exists, and it will still exist. In a game where freedom is the driving force, and meant to be fun, and with no rules to follow. So what you should do is install No Chat Reports mod and call it a day. Just get Fabric, bro, shit runs great. My old ass potato computer installed Fabric, and let me tell you, I got a 100 FPS boost. From 45 FPS to 145 is crazy on 10-year-old hardware. The chat reporting indeed seeks to make the game more fun for children, parents, and greedy shareholders, and more family-friendly all around. But my goal with this video is to explain some reasons why I and many others feel that Minecraft is not fun anymore with the contradicting identity of the game. Minecraft was first branded as a simple building game, with blocks and a great way to have fun with friends, and like I said before, with no rules to follow. When Mojang and Minecraft were bought by Microsoft in 2015, I was barely a preteen. It's true. I had no clue what the implications were, I just kept playing with my friends on our realm in that old ass town we made. And now I'm disappointed, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and Notch didn't like the game anymore. And with this new acquisition, we can see that the art team has done a lot of work, making Minecraft out to be an adventure game. And with updates like 1.12, 13, and 14, and so on and so forth, how could it not be? And this has always been controversial from the onset of the game. The purists back in the beta days said this game shouldn't have a final boss, or a story, or the end, or anything like that, and should just be a building game whereas most players liked these new additions. The identity of the game was always being fought over. Now into some other stuff that I don't think has aged well within the game nowadays, and a few things I think really hurt Minecraft's identity. Speedrunning. Speedrunning and its effects have been a disaster for the human race. Everyone who plays on a Minecraft server nowadays thinks they're Dream or a speedrunner who doesn't have to resort to cheating. You are not a speedrunner and you do not need to beat the game in 10 minutes.
You are not him.
Realistically, there will always be someone better than you at speedrunning in the Minecraft version that you're playing, or in the game that you're playing. All that cheating just to get 16th place. Crazy. Speedrunners try hard and ruin the game for everybody else, especially in multiplayer. Them motherfuckers leave forests looking like this. They defeat all the bosses before the entire group can get there and do it as a team, and in general speedrunners make the game experience unpleasant. The gameplay loop of Minecraft has been the same since the 1.0 update and the addition of the Ender Dragon as the final boss, or in real time about 11 years ago. The main gameplay loop and goal of Minecraft has stayed the same for 11 years. Somehow go to the nether, get blaze rods, kill enderman, make eyes, find stronghold, kill dragon. Nowadays it's about finding the right seed next to a stronghold, making 12 beds to blow up the dragon. Not saying it's easy, or should be easy, just stating how it is. And the bosses of the game definitely don't help contribute to the gameplay loop. I mean, the Ender Dragon has remained fairly unchanged for a few things here and there, and they did add the Elder Guardian, Pillager raids, and most notably the Wither, but these can get a little stale and a little repetitive. Kill boss, get buffs, kill more bosses to get more loot to get more buffs, build cool shit. It works. And speaking of work, or maybe doesn't work, I miss Minecraft minigames, man. Do you remember those? The Dropper, Spleef, Pizza Spleef, Build Battles, all that shit. I never hear about them now. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. Wake up, honey. It's that time of year again where you play Minecraft with your friends for 2 weeks before everyone gets inevitably bored and the nostalgia wears off and no one logs in anymore. Multiplayer Minecraft has lost all of what makes it fun. Servers have insane amount of plugins and crazy protections, and the times truly have changed. The most interesting servers I've cared about paying attention to recently was SMP Live, besides the fact that the main member of that server is not a great person. When you play on a server with your friends, how long does it really last? I find it hard to get motivation to even get on the game, and once I'm there, I have zero motivation to do anything huge. And when you play the game thousands of times with friends, you lose all drive. And like Discord user Puffin says, nothing that's been added has been more than a gimmick since the village overhaul, and god damn it, I agree. And on multiplayer, I just kind of end up existing more than doing anything. You know? Hit the like button if you climb on top of your friend's roof in Minecraft just to fish. Make sure to click like and subscribe, and hit the bell if you're new. I upload fairly often, and if you don't like my content, you can always unsubscribe, because that's what the button is there for. I'd say good morning, but it's not a good morning unless I'm fishing. Nintendo fanboys going fishing be like, wife's boyfriend let me use the rod. Man, talking about fishing takes me back, and while we're back, we can talk about the way things were. It's true that before Minecraft didn't have the tight hold on it from Microsoft, and for a lot of the time it might be that we just view this from nostalgia. But the fact is, we aren't going to get to undo a lot of these terrible updates, so we just have to download mods to sidestep and move on. Let me ask you a question. Do you know why it's so hard to get Minecraft Java Edition nowadays? Why you have to go through so many loopholes and click strange buttons on the Minecraft website because you're worried that you're going to get scammed? It's because they don't want you to get Java Edition. They don't want you to play the superior game. They want you to buy their worse and inferior version because they can monetize that one infinitely more than Java Edition with their mine coins, scam microtransactions, maps, and mods. And imagine paying for maps and data packs. That's crazy! My personal conspiracy theory is that Microsoft is upset that Java Edition isn't monetized enough, and they also don't want to get sued for not having a reporting feature by parents who end up with children that are terminally online as a result or see something they shouldn't have. So they knocked out two birds with one stone and added the feature so you can get banned from single player as a way to monetize the game again. Since you can't play, you'll simply have to just buy another copy for another email. Whoops. And this reminds me of how in the recent Square Enix report, they just keep talking about exciting monetary blockchain technology and experiences. Super dystopian stuff. They don't even care about the game. But what is there to do now? Because Minecraft is losing the strength of the identity the developers share with the community because they've abandoned the community. and they deemed the warpath to be more appropriate. And once again, the game is at stake. Well, for starters, you could change how you play the game, or what platform you play on. For instance, playing older versions of the game is a vastly different experience from Minecraft that we're used to. It feels like the same game, only in name alone. Try a playthrough with goals in mind in alpha and beta. Try 1.0 where the game was finally out of beta. Make a world in the earliest version in alpha, and after a certain amount of time or a few days, raise the version a bit slowly, and progress it towards the current version to see how much has changed. You could partake in the cardinal sin of Java Edition players and try Bedrock. Or if you're really based in a fucking Giga Chad, buy a CRT TV, download RPCS3, and get a ROM of PS3 Minecraft and play split-screen co-op on your CRT, just like the old days. One of the other big ways you could switch up how you play is with community-made content, which is one of the best ways to keep a game alive long after support has stopped or significantly slowed down. Games like Unturned, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, Roblox, Gmod, etc., all depend on community content, and that's the reason they're still alive to this day, both in player count and the YouTube sphere. Though I'd argue Unturned has seen better days on YouTube. What kind of custom content does Minecraft allow though? Imagine it like this: a building game with anything you could imagine. And because it's been around so long, the community has effectively at this point taken every restriction away through mods, and it's easier than ever to install mods. Launchers like CurseForge, Twitch, and Technic Launcher make it easy to install mod packs, but all you have to do nowadays is just install Forge, move your mods into the mods folder, and call it a day. I remember you'd have to delete certain version files and the meta inf, otherwise you'd brick your game. Good times. Rip that Windows XP laptop that I fucked up too. As I was saying, with mod frameworks like Forge and especially Fabric, modding is more accessible than ever due to ease of access. It's also fairly straightforward to make your own mods, though I'm afraid I'm not the person to ask about that. There are mods for anything you could imagine. Furniture, other planets, more biomes, more food, guns, Pokemon, or Pixelmon, and girlfriends? Shit. I used to binge hours of Pixelmon content, and at many points I wanted to make a Pixelmon server with my friends and roleplay there. I even wanted to make a Pixelmon adventure map at some point, but those dreams are long since gone. The mods, I find, are a must to have fun nowadays, especially since I have a decent computer and shaders. My favorite shaders being Silder's Vibrant shaders and BSL shaders, and the controllable mod, which allows you to use a controller with Java Edition, and I find for just casual playing it works great. I don't care how upset people go with, "Ew, you're playing with a controller." It's just fun, bro. Besides mods though, you could download community-made maps. Anything from mini-games to play with friends, adventure maps with stories, unique gameplay outside of the traditional game, that kind of thing. For years I have wanted to make an adventure map, whether the scenario was in a forest world or something similar, but I could never land it, and the final scenario I landed on before I got really anywhere was a space-themed adventure map about overthrowing a government to kill Herobrine, but I never really got anywhere with it besides designing a few mediocre-looking set pieces. One of the other big ways I think you could shake up Minecraft is to take a completionist route. Try completing all the achievements. Find a list of things to do and complete it. For players seeking completion-style gameplay, look no further than the Complete the Monument maps, a genre pioneered by players like Vex that focuses on collecting all the wool blocks and metal blocks, scouring through dungeons, and surviving the painstakingly difficult environment as you go through. And Vex Super Hostile is a series of maps praised by the community, and for good reason. They are hard as shit and make great challenges to complete. My favorite Vex maps are Inferno Mines, Spellbound Caves, Sunburn Islands, Infernal Sky 2, and Sea of Flame 2, and despite the fact I've never finished any of them, I'd happily recommend them to any Minecraft player looking for a good challenge and a way to switch up the gameplay and make it more difficult. Truly the Kaizo of Minecraft, or Dark Souls of Minecraft that isn't RLcraft or modded. And these maps also make for great content on YouTube, and I love watching people like C-Scoop and friends play these maps while getting absolutely blasted. It is hilarious. Highly recommend watching all of the C-Scoop and friends Minecraft videos where they play Super Hostile.
One more wool put down,
Yeah,
and we have
we
to
can keep
take
exploring.
another bong rip.
God damn it.
Minecraft is a game that seeks to both have its cake and eat it too, and with its identity being so contradictory, I have to just say the future is looking rather bleak, and every subsequent Minecraft video also has plenty of dislikes. That should tell you what you need to know about how the community feels and how Mojang is connected with them. regardless of whether or not they care anymore. And Mojang doesn't feel the need to listen to the community anymore, and they're almost going down the path of Game Freak with Pokemon, where every consecutive update is mediocre, bordering on bad, but they get nothing but praise from the general public and the general consumer, and I'm tired of it. This next update, by the way, looks like shit, just wanted to say. And going forward, you'd be best to change how you play the game, with mods that border on necessity like Optifine or Fabric, and no chat reports, or things to expand gameplay and change how you play like Pixelmon, RLCraft, or any adventure maps, or ultra difficult hardcore maps and completionist challenges. Minecraft has too much going for it in the community made content section, and too little going for it by Mojang and Microsoft. And its identity is too open-ended, and some might spin this as a positive, because it provides freedom for the player, but with subsequent updates and additions of strange items that provide little use like spyglass and amethyst. They just keep adding things rather than giving more use to things that already exist. With every update they keep advertising it like it's a different game, and this causes contradictions with the game's identity and how it's viewed, and truth be told, I don't think Minecraft will ever have one distinct identity, and I think this is always going to haunt it and cause problems for the game and the community. That's all. Thank you for watching.